Hello my dear students. So again I am your teacher Sumit Tiwari in front of you with the new topic of history class 9, Nazism and the rise of Hitler. So as I told you that the chapters of history are comparatively bigger than that of civics and geography, so that's why I am making these in parts. So this is the first part of this chapter 3 of your history book. So before moving ahead with the chapter, I would like to remind you about the subscription of our channel. So if you have not subscribed our channel so far, then go and subscribe our channel for latest updates. So thank you so much. Now let us move ahead with the chapter. So the word Nazism, which is the title of this chapter, its meaning, if we talk about, then it is the system of ideology, it is a system of beliefs. ये एक विचारधारा है, and this is the ideology of Adolf Hitler, one of the renowned dictators who have taken birth till today. So the things, the events which made Hitler, Adolf Hitler, the greatest dictators of the time. So all those events we are going to discuss. We are also going to discuss that how a person who was very short-heighted and personality-wise, physical personality-wise, he was not even that much strong, but still he became the person with power, and there was an instance of time when he was the most powerful person in the world. So transformation from a messenger in the army to the dictator of the country, we would come to know, as well as due to the hatred of Hitler towards one particular community, that is Jews, what atrocities were faced by Jews and some others, that we will also come to know in this chapter. So before moving ahead, first of all, let me tell you a story. The story is of an 11-year-old German boy. Name of that boy was Helmut. So this boy was lying in his bedroom, and he heard that his parents, like other children, he also heard that his parents, they were discussing something seriously, so seriously that he started listening. Actually, his father was a physician, was one of the most important physician of that time, and he was discussing with his wife that now the time has come when either I should commit the suicide alone or should I kill the entire family. So this a father was discussing with his wife and was listened by their 11-year-old boy. So his father also started talking about the revenge, बदले के बारे में वो बात कर रहे थे, and he was saying that now the allies will do with us what we have done with Jews and crippled, कि मतलब अब allies जो हैं वो हमारे साथ वही सब करने वाले हैं जो हमने Jews और crippled के साथ में किया. So we have to know that what he and others like him have done with the Jews and the crippled and some other persons, that now he was thinking of committing the suicide or even killing his own family. So what happened that he overheard his father talking to his mother, and then on the very next day his father took Helmut to the woods, that is to the jungle, to the forest, and there in the forest they spent their last happy time together. And then they came back and his father shot himself. He still can remember that his father's uniform was covered with blood and it was burned in the family fireplace. And he became so traumatized. वो इतना परेशान हो चुका था, इतना ज़्यादा डर गया था, घबरा गया था. What he has heard that his parents were discussing, and now what has happened, that he refused to eat the food at home for following next 9 years. And he was why he left eating food for next 9 years, because he was thinking, he was afraid that might be his mother could poison him. So उसे लगता था कि कहीं उसकी माँ उसे जहर ना दे दे. So as I told you that Nazism is not just a word, it is the ideology of Adolf Hitler. ये विचारधारा थी हिटलर की, और जो भी हिटलर की विचारधारा को फॉलो करने वाले लोग थे उन सभी को नाजीज बोला गया और इस थिंकिंग को नाजिज्म बोला गया. So it is not just one or two actions which were taken by Adolf Hitler and the Nazis. It was a system actually. It was the whole structure of ideas that how the world should be, how the politics should be. So this was all about. So this story was very important to know. So actually what happened, that this was the story of somewhere near 1945 of May. And this was the time when in the Second World War Germany lost and Germany surrendered to the Allied powers. Allied powers मतलब जो गठबंधन था जिन महाशक्तियों का. So it included UK, USA, France and Russia. So they together were known as allies because they together formed an alliance in front of Germany. So in 1941 basically the USSR, which today we know as Russia, it was joined by USA and they fought against the Axis powers, that is the Germany, Italy and Japan. So Hitler understood so far up to the Second World War, up to 1945, he has understood that what is going to happen. So his propaganda minister Goebbels, his entire family, they all committed suicide collectively in the bunker of Hitler in April. And at the end of the war, that is nearby the May, an international military tribunal, an international kind of court was set up at the place in Germany which is known as Nuremberg, and as it was set up as Nuremberg, that's why it was known as Nuremberg Tribunal as well. Tribunal और court में केवल इतना difference होता है कि that court are permanent while the tribunal is made to give the judgment about a particular issue. So this Nuremberg Tribunal was set up after the end of Second World War, and this tribunal, this court, this temporary court was set up to persecute the Nazi war criminals. कि Nazis को punish करने के लिए ये court बना था. So the case was put forward, but what actually happened, that only some of the Nazis were leading to death. Only the 11 of the Nazis, they got the death sentence by this tribunal. However, there were others also who were imprisoned for life, but death sentence was given to 11 leading Nazis. So what happened, that in the shadow of Second World War, मतलब Second World War जब चल रहा था, so during that time Germany ने एक genocidal war शुरू कर दिया. Means they started killing on large scale a particular community people, and which ultimately resulted into the mass murder of some particular group of innocent civilians of Europe. Innocent, why I am saying innocent? Because they were not at all guilty for doing anything. If we talk about their mistake, then their mistake was to born in that community. So under this genocidal war, a number of people were killed. It included maximum 6 million Jews community people, 2 lakh gypsies, 1 million Polish civilians, मतलब पोलैंड के लोग, 70,000 German itself. They themselves killed German people also who were considered as mentally and physically crippled, disabled. And apart that, a number of political opponents, they were also killed. And not only killed, they were killed by following the methods which were unprecedented, जिनको पहले कभी फॉलो नहीं करा गया था, उन तरीक़ों से लोगों को मारा गया. Like the people, they were gassed in the gas chambers. गैस चैम्बर्स होते थे, उन गैस चैम्बर्स में डाल के जो है वो लोगों को जहरीली गैस छोड़ दी जाती थी, जिससे उनकी मौत हो जाती थी. एंड वन ऑफ द मोस्ट फेमस गैस चैम्बर्स दे वर एट ऑशविट्ज़. सो दिस how Nazis became so cruel, from where they got the power, and how Hitler became Hitler. For knowing this, we have to go back at the time of First World War, and that was the time when Hitler participated in the First World War just as the messenger. So let us move ahead. So Germany undoubtedly was a powerful empire in the beginning of the 20th century, and Germany fought the First World War alongside Austria. So in chapter 1, French Revolution, we have discussed the various causes of First World War. So Germany fought alongside the Austria, and they fought the war against the Allied powers, as we have discussed on the previous page. That was the Allied powers included England, France, Russia, and later on in 1917 it was joined by United States of America. So as I told you that in 1917 America also joined the Axis powers, and that has resulted into the defeat of the Germany in 1918, and that was this is how the First World War came to an end. So however, World War came to an end. Nobody thought that this war would go long for such a long time, that for 4 years, and it resulted to the huge devastation throughout the Europe. So undoubtedly the Imperial Germany was defeated, and Emperor, he given up his powers, and now it was the time for the parliamentary parties, for the political parties to recast the German polity. यानी अब जर्मनी की राजनीति में एक नया मोड़ आ चुका था. So a national assembly, it was met at the place known as Weimar, and they met there to form a republic, to form Germany a republic. We call a country, we call a state as republic when the head of the person is when the head of the country or a state is a person chosen by the people of that country. So means there were some group of person who were chosen in saying only. So that's why this Weimar Republic was formed, and of course the Parliament of the Germany was also formed. The Parliament of Germany, it is known as Reichstag. So on the basis of equal and universal vote, which were casted by all the adult males as well as women also. So the government which was formed, that was Republic, and it was known as Weimar Republic because they first of all they met at Weimar. So in the beginning, the people of the Germany, they did not liked this Weimar Republic at all. So you must be thinking that why people were happy with the rule of the emperor, but why they were not liking the republic. So for knowing this, at the end of the war, one treaty was done between the Allied powers and the Axis powers, the Central powers. तो सेंट्रल पावर्स और अलाइड पावर्स के बीच में एक ट्रीटी हुई थी, जिस ट्रीटी को वर्सलिस ट्रीटी के नाम से जाना जाता है. सो लेट अस नो द इफेक्ट ऑफ दिस वर्सलिस ट्रीटी, बिकॉज ऑफ विच इवन टुडे the Germans, when they remember about this treaty, their mind, they became full of rage. So let us know about the effects of this treaty. So if we talk about the first effect, then as a result of this treaty, समझौते की बदौलत जर्मनी lost its overseas colony, मतलब जहाँ कहीं पे भी जर्मनी का colonial rule था वो सब अब उससे छीन लिया गया था. About a tenth of the total population was also lost. 13% of the territory were taken away from the Germany as a result of this treaty, this समझौता. 75% of the iron and 26% of the coal resources, they were also taken from the Germany as a result of this so-called peace treaty, and it was all distributed between France, Poland, Denmark and Lithuania. Apart that demilitarization was done, मतलब मिलिट्री को हटा दिया गया था जिससे कि जर्मनी वीक हो गया था. एंड अपार्ट दैट द वॉर गिल्ट, मतलब ये जो लड़ाई है जो 4 साल की हुई थी जिसने पूरे यूरोप के रिसोर्सेज को ख़त्म कर दिया गया था, इसके लिए रेस्पॉन्सिबल ठहराया गया जर्मनी को. And as a result, Germany was also forced to pay the compensation, and this compensation was amounting 6 billion euro. And apart that, the Allied armies, they occupies the resource-rich area of Germany known as Rhineland. So war not only affected Germany but it affected the entire continent साइकोलॉजिकली एज वेल एज़ फाइनेंशियली. साइकोलॉजिकली मतलब बहुत लंबे समय तक इसका लोगों के दिमाग पे प्रभाव रहा, एंड फाइनेंशियली इसलिए कि पैसे का लॉस बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ वॉर की वजह से. सो लेट अस नो अबाउट द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर ऑन यूरोप. सो एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर, यूरोप विच वॉज अ कॉन्टिनेंट ऑफ क्रेडिटर्स, जो उधार देने वाले बोले जाते थे, दे बिकेम टर्न्ड इनटू द डेटर्स, मतलब उधार लेने वाले बन गए. एंड द सोल्जर्स मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली, सो दे वर प्लेस्ड अबव द सिविलियंस. उनको सिविलियंस नागरिकों से ऊपर सोल्जर्स को माना जाने लगा. पॉलिटिशियंस एंड पब्लिसिस्ट जो थे, वो जो पब्लिसिटी करते थे, वो लोग ये चाहते थे, वो लोग जोर देते थे कि दैट men दे शुड बी एग्रेसिव, दे शुड बी स्ट्रॉन्ग, दे शुड बी मैस्कुलिन. कि मतलब जो राजनेता थे वो भी ये सोचा करते थे कि जो मेन हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं मर्द बने, मजबूत बने, और वो कठोर हृदय वाले बने, कठोर दिल वाले बने. मीडिया दूसरी तरफ, इट स्टार्टेड शोइंग द लाइफ ऑफ द मिलिट्री पर्सन्स एज वेरी ग्लोरीफाइड लाइफ. बट the thing was this, that the soldiers, they were living miserable lives. उनकी स्थिति बहुत ज़्यादा ख़राब थी, and they sometimes need to survive on the corpses even. उनको डेड बॉडीज़ के साथ में भी रहना पड़ता था सोल्जर्स को. एंड अपार्ट दैट द पॉइजनस गैसेस दे यूज टू फेस बिकॉज वॉर प्रोलॉन्ग फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ 4 years. So they also noticed, they were witnessing that their ranks were reducing very fastly, rapidly. So whereas the war became propaganda, and the national order, it occupied the center stage. उसने एक बीच का स्थान ग्रहण कर लिया था कि अब सबसे ऊपर अगर रहना है तो जीत के रहना है, किसी भी तरीके से जीत के रहना है. So एक टर्म बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है जो कि आता है नवंबर क्रिमिनल्स. So November criminals किसे बोला गया? Actually this treaty, the Versailles Treaty, it was done in the month of November, so that's why it was known as the treaty which was done in November. And some people, those who accepted this treaty, they were known as November criminals because they accepted this treaty. उन लोगों ने इस समझौते को accept करा था, so that's why they were known as November criminals. And those who supported the formation of Weimar Republic, that is the socialists, Catholics and Democrats, so they were also attacked by the conservatives. तो conservatives जो थे, जो वर्सिलीज ट्रीटी को जो बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं करते थे, so they started attacking on socialists, Catholics and Democrats because they were November criminals. क्योंकि इनको November criminals बोला गया because they were those who accepted the Versailles Treaty. The terms and conditions of Versailles Treaty, they were accepted by them. So and that's why they were known as November criminals. So now let us know about the political radicalism and the economic crisis which was created due to the war. So before going ahead, we have to know one more important and technical term, that was free corps. So as I told you that the people were unhappy with the Versailles Treaty, they started calling the socialist Democrats as November criminals. So they also started revolution against them, and those who supported the Weimar Republic, that is the socialist Democrats and the Catholics. So however, what happened that as they started raising their voice was suppressed by these so-called November criminals with the help of some organizations, with the war veteran organizations, तो जिन्हें की फ्री कॉप्स बोला जाता था, फ्री कॉप्स. So let us know about the effect of economic crisis of 1923. 1923 का टाइम आया, 1918 में ये वॉर ख़त्म हुआ, ऑलरेडी यूरोप की हालत ख़राब थी, और उसके बाद एक इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस आ गई 1923 में. Actually what happened that the Germany fought this war on loans. Germany has taken the loans, and now it has to pay the compensation as well as a result of Versailles Treaty, and as a reparation were to be paid in gold. मतलब जो मुआवजा देना था वो सोने के रूप में देना था, एंड एज अ रिजल्ट द गोल्ड रिजर्व्स ऑफ जर्मनी वुड स्टार्टेड डिप्लीटिंग. So in 1923 Germany refused to pay the compensation, and France, it started occupying the leading industrial area of Germany, which was known as Ruhr, to claim the coal which was given to them as a result of Versailles Treaty. So Germany could not allow this, so it retaliated. उसने विरोध किया, पैसिव रेजिस्टेंस भी करा, और जर्मनी ने पैसिवली जो है प्रिंटेड करेंसी, प्रिंटेड पेपर करेंसी जो है वो रेकलेसली, यानी बिना सोचे समझे जो है वो छापना शुरू कर दिया. So as too much paper currency was in circulation, so the value of the currency of Germany started declining. जर्मनी की करेंसी की वैल्यू गिरने लगी, एंड इतनी ज़्यादा गिर चुकी थी कि हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन की सिचुएशन आ गई. हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन इज़ अ सिचुएशन, इन्फ्लेशन का मतलब ही होता है महंगाई. सो हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन इज़ अ सिचुएशन व्हेन द प्राइसेस ऑफ द थिंग्स बिकेम फिनोमिनली हाई, एक्सट्रीमली हाई प्राइसेस हो जाते हैं चीज़ों के, तब उस सिचुएशन को हम हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन की सिचुएशन बोलते हैं. सो नाउ लेट अस नो अबाउट द ईयर्स ऑफ डिप्रेशन. सो 1918 में ये फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर ख़त्म हुआ, उसके बाद कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स चल रही थी, उसके बाद 1923 में और भी ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स होने लगी, एंड फाइनली केम द पीरियड बिटवीन 1924 टू 1928. मतलब 1923 के बाद थोड़ी सी स्टेबिलिटी ज़रूर दिखाई पड़ी, बट द सिचुएशन बिकेम वर्स्ट व्हेन द वॉल स्ट्रीट एक्सचेंज इट क्रैश इन अमेरिका, because America finally in 1923 when the Germany was in crisis, then America interfered, and America started giving some financial help to Germany at that time in 1923, and they brought Dawes plan for that. Dawes plan लेकर के आए थे, जिसमें उन्होंने मतलब छोटे छोटे लोन्स जो है वो जर्मनी को दे दिए थे, जिससे वो अपना मतलब लोन चुकाने के लिए एक और लोन ले लिया गया था. सो 1924 से 28 के बीच में सिचुएशंस वर बेटर, बट अगेन केम द डेवास्टेटिंग ईयर 1929, and it was the beginning of the great economic depression, which is one of the very renowned event in the world history between 1929 to 32. So let us know about the effect of this great economic depression, the period between 1929 to 32, that this between 1932, that why this happened actually. So by 1932 the industrial production, it was reduced, and it was reduced up to 40% of the level of 1929. मतलब 1929 लेवल से जो है 1932 में 40% रिडक्शन हो चुका था. Workers, they lost their jobs, and now they were getting the reduced wages for the work which they were doing, and as a result the number of unemployed persons started increasing, and it became unprecedented, up to 6 million. So as a result of unemployment, people could be seen on the streets of Germany that they were hanging up placard in their neck, and in those placard it was written that they are ready to do any kind of work. सो द अनएम्प्लॉयड यूथ, जब भी जो बेरोज़गार युवक जो थे, सो दे स्टार्टेड डूइंग दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स विच यूजुअली द अनएम्प्लॉयड पर्सन दे डू, like they started playing cards, and simply they were sitting on the corners of the street, and they were also queuing up at the local employment exchange. तो रोजगार कार्यालय था, उसके बाहर भी भीड़ जमा करते थे कि हमें भी रोजगार एम्प्लॉयमेंट दिया जाए. सो a situation of proletarianization, it came. middle class. For middle class, it became very difficult to survive. The salaried employees and pensioners, they were thinking that they were witnessing that their salaries, their savings were started diminishing because prices चीज़ों के बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ चुके थे क्योंकि करेंसी ने अपनी वैल्यू खो दी थी. सो प्रोलिटेरियनाइजेशन की एक सिचुएशन आ गई एंड इट इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ एंग्जाइटी व्हेन द वर्किंग क्लास, जो वर्किंग क्लास हैं उनके लिए जीवित रहना भी मुश्किल होता है. मिडिल क्लास वर्किंग क्लास के लेवल पे आ जाता है और हाई क्लास जैसे तैसे जो है वो सही रहता है. सो दिस वाज द सिचुएशन ऑफ प्रोलिटेरियनाइजेशन. तो ये प्रोलिटेरियनाइजेशन की सिचुएशन आ गई थी. सो एंड पॉलिटिकली वेमर रिपब्लिक वॉज नॉट वेरी सक्सेसफुल. जो वेमर रिपब्लिक थी पॉलिटिकली भी इतनी ज़्यादा सक्सेसफुल नहीं थी. लोगों का विरोध तो था ही, और पॉलिटिकली इतना सक्सेसफुल इसलिए नहीं थी क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट स्टेबल नहीं थी. तो और वेमर का जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन था, जब वेमर रिपब्लिक बना तो जो इसका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन था उसमें कुछ इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स थे, मतलब उसमें कुछ निहित थे, पहले से कुछ डिफेक्ट्स थे, जिसकी वजह से अब बहुत ही ज़्यादा वल्नरेबल बन चुकी था जर्मनी, अब तक बन चुका था डिक्टेटरशिप के लिए. तो जो पहला डिफेक्ट था दैट वाज द प्रोपोर्शनल रिप्रेजेंटेशन. की मतलब प्रोपोर्शनल रिप्रेजेंटेशन का मतलब ये कि रिप्रेजेंट जो लोग कर रहे थे जर्मनी के लोगों को, उनका प्रपोर्शन जो था वो हाई क्लास लोगों का ज़्यादा था. सोशलिस्ट का और डेमोक्रेट्स का पार्टिसिपेशन प्रपोर्शन जो था वो ज़्यादा था. सो अपार्ट दिस मेड अचीविंग द मेजॉरिटी बाय वन पार्टी नियरली एन इम्पॉसिबल टास्क. ऐसे में अब एक पार्टी के लिए मेजॉरिटी पाना एक इम्पॉसिबल टास्क बन चुका था, और इसकी वजह से गठबंधन सरकारें बनी और गठबंधन सरकार ज़्यादा लंबे समय तक चल नहीं पाई. और जो दूसरा डिफेक्ट था दैट वाज आर्टिकल 48. एंड दिस आर्टिकल 48 व्हाई इट वाज अ डिफेक्ट बिकॉज दिस गिव द प्रेसिडेंट द पावर टू इम्पोज इमरजेंसी एट एनी टाइम, एंड ऑल्सो प्रेसिडेंट कैन सस्पेंड द सिविल राइट्स ऑल्सो एनी टाइम एंड रूल बाई डिक्री. डिक्री मतलब अपनी मर्जी से अपने अकॉर्डिंग जो है वो रूल कर सकता था एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दिस आर्टिकल 48 विच वॉज देयर इन द वेमर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. So if we talk about more about the failure of this Weimar Republic, then during this short span of time, जो थोड़े समय के लिए जो Weimar Republic रहा, उस समय पे भी 239 डेज़ जो था वो मैक्सिमम जो कैबिनेट चला वो 239 डेज़, मतलब एक साल भी पूरे नहीं चल पाया एक बार का कैबिनेट. एंड वेरी फ्रीक्वेंट दे स्टार्टेड यूजिंग आर्टिकल 48. तो बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली लोगों से उनके अधिकार छीन ले जाया करते थे. तो इस वजह से चीज़ें मैनेज नहीं हो पा रही थी. पीपल लॉस्ट देयर कॉन्फिडेंस इन दिस काइंड ऑफ रिपब्लिक, दिस काइंड ऑफ पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम, दिस काइंड ऑफ डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम, दिस कॉल्ड ऑफ so called democratic system which was not offering any kind of solution to the problems of the people which began after the First World War. So this kind of crisis in the economy, polity and society, मतलब कहीं ना कहीं economical problems भी थी, राजनीतिक problems भी थी, लोग इस government को accept नहीं कर पा रहे थे, and there were some social problems also because the people of the Germany, they were divided into two, those who liked the Weimar Republic and those who did not like Weimar Republic. So in this way the society was also divided. So about these all things, they created the background for the Hitler to rise. They created the background for Hitler. And then in our next part you will come to know that how Hitler rise as a dictator who in the First World War was just a messenger who fought alongside the Central Powers. So how he became the renowned dictators of the world. So thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you so much, students.